Hello, everyone. Good evening, good day. Trust you had a nice day. And this is creatively speaking. Creatively speaking. So tonight I'm hosting someone special, someone amazing, a creative genius. Yeah, and he just does his things. You get his own way, his own unique style. And I'm talking about Naga. Naga is a good friend. We've known ourselves for a while, and he speaks a lot of sense. Yeah, and I'm so much privileged. To have him on my live session this evening. So, in a few moments, I'll be having Naga. Wow, Naga is here. Naga is here. Naga is here. Wow, the great man is here himself. Yeah. Hi, 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 hi. Hello,
Hello,
great man.
man.
What's up?
Crazy stuff. Crazy
I
stuff.
like.
As the live was about to start, they took lights. Crazy.
Wow, wow, wow. Let's be creative about it. Let's just be creative
Allow
about
me. Let,
it.
let me connect my headset. Let me connect my
Okay,
headset.
no, not a problem, not a problem.
Yeah. So you can be talking. I can hear you. Good evening. Good
Oh,
evening. Good evening for formalities. Good evening.
good evening, good evening.
My headset
So,
is
how was your
working.
day? Trust you had a nice
Man
day.
was good. My day was nice. My day was nice. There's a lot of noise around me. I hope this does not affect it. It's
No, no,
crazy.
no. I'm having a nice time. There's a great output here. Yeah.
Okay. I think the light is back. I think the light is back. Yeah, I think the light is
Okay,
back.
okay. Let me
Yeah.
just give you a moment to step in.
Yeah,
Will you want that? Okay,
yeah.
okay.
We're good. What's happening?
Okay. Wow, great. Thank you for joining. I'm seeing some people here already. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Okay, so I have Naga with me. Naga is with me, and tonight we are going to be talking about fashion, beauty, moderacy, and rascality. So let me just give a bit of intro to who Naga is from my own perspective. So while I was in my last employment, Naga got employed, and I saw Naga is it weaved hair or whatever?
Yeah.
So yeah. So, and for my own church mind, I mean, I stereotyped Naga. I was like, who is this guy? You get. So I had my own perception about Naga, and I was just like, who this guy could just be a rascal. I mean, from my sincere mind, yeah. I mean, but after a while, after I got close to Naga, I really love his personality. I love everything about him. His level of reasoning and his approach to life. So I was blown away, and I was like, wow, how can we, I mean, there was just a contrast in how we just see people and perceive them, whereas we don't get to know them. And tonight, the topic before us is fashion, beauty, moderacy, and rascality. So let me just add also that Naga has a fashion label which is 258. Am I right?
No, 258 is not a fashion label. 258 is an art house. NBAG is
Oh,
the fashion side of it. NBAG.
okay, NBAG. I would have, assuming I mean, I didn't think about it. I should have worn my own, my own shirt as well, but that's not a problem. So, Naga, just tell us about yourself. I mean, be expressive about everything you represent, everything you are, and the things you do.
Yeah, hi fam, hi people, wherever you are, wherever you be watching this live from, wherever you watch it. I'm Naga. My name is Naga Igbinoba. Yes, Naga is my real name. It's the short form of my name. A lot of people ask that. I'm a creator. There's so much I do that I don't know how to get into a lot of them. So I'm a creator. So first of all, okay, as Bolu said, we worked in the same organization before. It was an agency. So I was a graphic artist. He was a graphic artist too. Yeah, I danced. I studied theater arts in the University of Benin, graduated 2018. So I coordinate some level of performing arts in some places. Yeah, I'm pretty spiritual. God keeps helping us. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a Christian. Yeah, for those who don't know what when I say I'm spiritual means I'm a Christian. Yeah.
You're
so many things. Yeah, 258. So many things under 258, and NBAG is just one of them. We keep growing every day, and that's the idea. Yeah, that's who I am.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I want to really jump on this conversation, and I'll be entering with this question. So how did you gain the boldness about expressing yourself? I mean, that's that level of comfort, that level of conviction about how you want to express yourself in your own way, in your own style, irrespective of the stereotypes that people might throw at you, irrespective of how some certain looks have been attributed to some certain people. So how have you been able to really express yourself irrespective of those pressures?
Yeah, so I've been privileged to see people live and people die. So I'm going to understand you only have one life. You only have one life. So if you don't live, man, there's really nothing to do other than live. And by living, you express yourself fully. You express yourself completely. Like it's a journey, so you have to express yourself completely. So if you keep looking at what would people say, oh, what would they think of me? You will not live, and if you don't live, meaning you were even dead while you are alive. So, my bio, since we only finish once, before then we start as many things as possible. So we only finish once, which is we only die once. So before then, we do as possible. And I faced a lot of stuff, a lot of I won't say peer pressure, but before depression was a thing. Before depression became the term depression, I that long ago, many things, some emotional bullying in secondary school, some things like that, due to some other things. But after a while, I held that against myself. I was always feeling, oh, I messed up here. They think about me like this, and I was in GSS2. But when I realized that these people don't even care. Meaning, after they did whatever they did, they moved on. I'm the only one who I stayed on that feeling. So it made me depressed. It made my time miserable. After I realized that, I told myself that I won't let what anybody thinks affect whoever I am. So even when I mess up, I must still be me. I must still express. I must still be myself. And then I realized after reading and then communing with, like, I became closer to God for a while, and it was not even closer like church. It was like me and you, personal. You get my friend, and from there I started understanding who I really am. I started getting some level of self worth, understanding who I really am, and that made me bold. I started calling myself the beautiful man. At some point, it was weird to some people until they started to manifest. So many things just kept manifesting from me believing, and then it just became. And so the issue of some labels being assigned to who I am because of certain ways, or because okay, maybe I'm with a scarf, I have long hair, there is things that could be said about you. Well, it's their job to say, it's your job to leave. So it's their job to say, I think this. And the funny thing about humans is they always go back and bite their own words. So whenever they see that, oh, what I said wasn't true, they will come around. But you are the authentic one. So if you go against you there's no coming around to say, oh, so you just need to be you. They will trash who you are. They will say different things about you. They will say whatever it is. But if you continue who you are, your authentic self, they will come back. They will come back and they will apologize, or they will just vibe with you. They won't beat themselves up about saying bad stuff about you. They'll just start witnessing the good. So don't beat yourself up. Don't count yourself out when they've not counted you out. Even if they're counting, don't still count yourself out.
Yeah. So I would like to move further with this. What influences your style? I mean, your ownership of who you are and being able to push yourself in your own unique way and the way you feel you should express yourself. So what influences that?
It is rebellion. Rebellion.
Hmm.
Rebellion, what I mean is, it's there was no particular level of style given to us. So as I
Yeah.
said, well, I'm a Christian. I follow so you know what I vibe with.
Hmm. Yeah.
There is certain rules or certain commandments and all those things. But as far as I'm not against it, the society gives us certain rules, which is good. But
Hmm.
some of those rules they're not cut in stone.
Hmm.
So okay, now keeping of hair, having a long hair, or dreads, or tying my scarf on my head, or just being expressive, leaving your hair out. The society can say, oh, don't do this, don't do that, because of certain things they feel work. But it's up to
Yeah.
you to now do what you want to do, but still make it
Hmm.
work. So
Yeah.
before, I can bring it to the regular life. Before, they never used to give us jobs like this, right? They never used to give
Yeah.
jobs like this. But when they now saw that, oh, these guys are creative. These guys can create
Hmm.
in a very sick way. These guys can do all this and still have their long hair. These guys still have all these
Yeah.
skills. And whether they have long hair, whether they are whatever it is, when they see that we have all these things, but we are still creative, we still churn out,
Hmm.
we are still productive. So I told myself, no matter who I am, how I express myself, I will remain productive. In fact, to a large extent, I will be one of the most productive in the room. I'll be unique, and
Yeah.
no one can argue with results. No one can argue.
Hmm.
Once they see results, there's no argument.
There's no two way about it.
There's no two ways about it. So
Yeah.
what I do is a constant level of learning. Yeah, I get influenced by styles out, but it takes a deeper acceptance, me and a deeper communion for me to say, okay, let's do this. Let's try this style. Let's put the scarves in our hair. Let's tie our face with bandana. I know people might bash me at different points, whatever it is, but I'm willing to take it.
No, fantastic,
It at
fantastic.
first it does not stop me from being me. Bash me, whatever it is. At first, do me the authentic one. My pastor says
Yeah.
something. He says if there's two of you, then there's no need. There's no need for one person. So if there's two of Bolu, one of you is not dead.
Yes.
Everyone.
Yes. Whoa, I like that. I like that. So, what does with all we've said, with all you've expressed? So, what does rascality mean to you? What does rascality mean to you? If you want to give an explanation to the term rascality, how do you position it?
Rascality. For looking at the straightforward meaning, because as creatives we could turn anything to anything. Looking at the straightforward meaning, rascality is Bumbo rascal, which connotes unkemptness, being unkempt, being disorganized, being in disarray. I feel I don't really term a lot of stuff I do, or the rascality is real. There's a thing called rascality, but I don't vibe with that. I'm not a rascal. You get, so whatever it is, there's an intention. Rascality can be very unintentional, right? It could be someone being on camp. I think we could just pop out the meaning of rascality. Let's not. So we're in the right territory, right?
Yes. Context.
So we're in the right context. Someone's calling me.
Okay.
Kennedy, what's up?
A moment, someone just called him and is responding to the person. He'll be back shortly. Of course, Naga said a lot of things about himself and how he expresses himself, being that he wants to own his own identity and being able to be himself. Oh, he's back.
I'm sorry. I had to give them something. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, no problem.
Rascal. So I think the dictionary says, is loading up. Dictionary says a mischievous or cheeky person, especially a child or man. I don't know that. So in the term which we're using rascal, it connotes someone who is anyhow, in just
Yeah.
and I don't feel rascality should be in quote encouraged. There's some level of in fashion or in expression, in creativity. When as far as something is deliberate, as far as someone is saying, "Oh, I want to express myself in this type of way, in this type of way, I want to dress in this type of way," it is intentional. So outside, they might look at it as, "Oh, this is a rascal. This person is dressed anyhow. But it might be for a certain purpose. It might be achieving a certain. And now I'm not going borderline nudity and you get. But as far as it is intentional, as far as it has a particular purpose, it is not rascality. Because I've not been in a space where rascality or the word rascal is being used as a good thing. So it has not. And I said as creative, we can flip whatever it is. We could flip it. But in the real sense of it, I've not been in a space where being called a rascal is a good thing. And have I been called a rascal? Not the word rascal, but a lot of connotations have been made as to my expressions. Yeah, when he's out and everything. But as far as I am bold enough to feel I'm expressing me, I'm in a meeting. Please close the door. These guys are trying me. They're stressing my life. But it's fine. So I've not been in a space where being called a rascal is a good thing. But as far as things are done with purpose, you are what it is. As far as I don't feel it falls under rascality. So that's just me. Because I've not seen where rascality is being used as a good term.
Yes. It has a negative connotation.
I'm very expressive and I am very particular about what I am called.
Yeah. So you own a fashion label, and that is MBAG. So if you want to define moderacy in the context of fashion, how will you place it?
So moderacy, the way I'll put it is, whenever you dress, no matter how expressive you're looking to be, no matter how creative you're looking to be in your expression, you must always understand that you are in a human society, you are with people. So whatever doesn't provoke them or incite them. So, and I'm not saying reduce your level of creativity. What I'm saying is you should be, to a large extent, considerate. Okay, now we are humans who have private parts and everything. You know that if your private part is in the public, no matter how you can say, "Oh, it is my body, it is my this," it will incite incite some level of reaction. So
yes,
I can't see whether it's a man or a woman. I can't see a naked man or a woman on the street and not act as if I didn't just see a naked person. Do you understand?
yeah.
So whenever you are being creative or being expressive in terms of fashion, in terms of your dressing, you must understand that you are with fellow humans, people who might misunderstand you, people who might not be in the exact wavelength you are in. So be compassionate enough. Be compassionate enough to where explanation might be needed, fine. But be compassionate enough to appear in a way where even if they have reservations, it does not go borderline irritation. So even if they're like, I don't like what this guy I don't like how it looks, but they're not irritated. So they're not irritated to the point that, oh, they want to vomit, or you get it doesn't. And we're now we're Nigerians. We are very faith-based people, Muslims, Christians, whatever, the different religions. You shouldn't do things to provoke other people. You shouldn't do things to provoke other cultures. You shouldn't do things to provoke certain people. So the things you wear, maybe it has certain inscriptions. You should understand. You should be compassionate enough. That's what I believe. You should, and that's what real love is. Being compassionate enough. So I'm not a Muslim, but I understand that we have Muslim brothers, we have Muslim friends, you get those kind of things. I won't do what will provoke them. No matter how I want to dress, I want to wear something so it might be very expressive, and if someone doesn't like it because it's expressive, that's one. But when it is damning someone's belief, whether the person's self-belief, the person's religion, and all those kind of things. That's where the line should be drawn. The line should be drawn big there. So I feel there should be a level of moderacy.
Yes, yes. You were spot on with that. And thank you so much for how you've really positioned that. So I would like to move further by saying fashion is like going backwards, going forward, and at some point there's a merger of what has been in the past and what we are able to make new. So with all these trends, what will you say concerning the direction of fashion? Where are we going? Because you express fashion in your own unique style. You own a fashion brand, and I believe you are an authority when it comes to a forecast when it comes to fashion. So what direction are we moving towards?
So I don't know if I can be called an authority yet.
Yeah, okay. But to an extent.
So as you said, fashion is backward, forward. The old, the new coming together. Most times the old is what even makes it new. We as human beings or as young people sometimes want to always feel independent, but we forget that we're from somewhere, so we're from the old. So we will always get flashes from there. So fashion right now, there's a lot of innovations happening. There's so much innovations happening. And okay, one thing that's really exploding in Nigeria is the streetwear culture. The streetwear culture is really exploding. It has always, and by the streetwear culture, I don't mean a Nike, a Puma, Off-White. Yeah, those the popular fashion brands have always been successful in Nigeria, and that might always be. But there's a lot of things coming from inside. So a lot of Nigerians are popping up with ideas, popping up with different things when it comes to streetwear, joggers, sweatshirts, hoodies, t-shirts, and we're beginning to create an enterprise. So that's the goal. That's the goal. I've been saying it. That's the goal. Create an enterprise. Create things that last. Create things that are made here. Now, and not that we're saying, the things from outside don't last, are not great. They are great, but we need to be able to depend on ourselves. So, in the journey of NBAG for the last 2 years, NBAG is 2 years. But journey of NBAG, we've had to go through a lot. So the first thing was we were buying shirts, but we discovered that whenever we buy things, they are not consistent. So we decided, okay, how can we get this done? How can we start making our own shirts? Made us to start doing research. Then we found out that there's a lot of brands, there's a lot of people that are actually doing great stuff. We started making our own shirts with our own Nigerian cotton, started branded our own stuff, created everything here, and we're moving. We need to be able to risk creating here, because if we don't, we'll never be able to start correcting ourselves and then making the real moves. So, so streetwear is really popping. Other things too. I have friends who are really now creating a very strong structure in terms of corporate wears. There are different people. TP Marcos, so many people. Kevin, so gay, different people. You might not know these people now, but people are really creating things. That these are even the conventional ones. In terms of non-conventional, the alter wears, we are really taking over this thing. While we are going alternative, we're not big shirts are coming back, big hoodies are coming back, everything big is coming back. Before I'm wearing this scarf, bandanas are coming back, piercings are coming back, like a lot of things. We're getting used to everything. But okay, now a guy with a piercing before was an issue because of setting, and you get. But it's getting to a point where we understand why we are doing certain things. But not everybody will always understand why it's happening. Not everybody will always understand the essence of things. So people might always mess it up. But we must always be able not to just dwell on those who might mess it up or who might misuse it, but those who actually get it right. So many things are happening. It's so wide. Someone was asking me about, so a friend started a streetwear brand, a younger friend, and someone was asking me that, am I not pissed that he started one too? I'm like, I don't think you get. So I was like, I don't think you get it. The sky is so wide. Like there's so much stuff to do. There's so much stuff to do. Like I could pop out with a new collection, because the new collection is coming out very soon, either in August, thereabout. And I could sell a million pieces. And someone will come out with another one too and sell a million pieces too in this same space. So it is very wide. as boundless as the creativity is, that's how big the space is. It's that boundless. So the only thing I can say is people should create more, push out more stuff, because it is boundless. We are copying from the old, and we are modifying it, and it's great, and it's becoming really great.
Wow, great. Wow. So some people believe that for them to maintain an acceptable level of being fashionable, they have to be to spend a lot. They have to be expensive about it. So how can an average individual creatively maintain his budget while still delivering top-notch fashion styles? Because I know some people believe. Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Okay, I know there are some brands that are coming up, and they are standard, they are quality products, and these people still want to maintain their level of quality. Yeah, and some people want to be a part, they want to associate with that brand, but I mean, but their pocket size might not be able to get those things. So how can someone still maintain still have a budget friendly purchase of fashion stuff and still maintain an average level of appearing good?
Yeah. Okay, so this is a very dicey topic. I won't lie. So this topic is very dicey. It's not a one size fits all. But what I will say is, so I'm an advocate of create good stuff. So now I'll talk from two different sides. From the side of the creator, then the side of the person that wants to patronize. The first thing I'll say is create great stuff. Create quality stuff. As a creator, as a designer, create quality stuff. There's no need doing substantial stuff because it is cheaper. There's no need. Because I tell someone, I said, my goal is someone buys something from me, and that same person comes back to want to buy that same product, maybe for themselves again or for another person. Not because the other one spoiled, but because it was such a good product. So create good product. That's what I can say for a creator. Create good stuff. And don't aim to earn your money from just one person. So don't cut people's necks. Don't try to cut. Don't try to earn it from just one person. You can try that, but how long might that last? And I'm not saying underprice yourself. I'm not saying underprice your goods or anything, but understand that you are creating this thing for consumption for people. Some people do stuff as art. There's some labels that create their clothes as art, so it's expensive. I won't tell them to do that of people want to buy or not. But now to the people, to the people, work within your means. So a lot of people want to wear the popular brands, but don't have the money for it. So they end up buying cheap, fake stuff. There's no need. And the thing about fake is it's fake. So there is replicas and there's fake. So there is some, like now for shoes, there's what they call replicas. You might buy a replica, might look really good. Nobody might know it's fake. Because it's a replica, it was done. Most of these companies, they even contracted by themselves so that they can get the lower market. So that's how it works. But when there's only wearing something fake, when you can find something that is cheaper and original. So before I go deep, one issue we have in Nigeria with buying stuff and the pricing is our currency. Our currency is very favorable. Our currency keeps getting devalued. So that's one issue. Something that was 5,000 naira in 2010, your 5,000 naira in 2010 is like your 850 now, thereabout. So that's a problem. If our currency was good, what your 5,000 will be able to get you, you will be shocked. But still, there's always a way around it. Look for good stuff. Don't be about the popular stuff. Don't be just about the popular stuff. Look for good stuff. And okay, now if you're a shared person, if you're a native person, there's people around you that sew these things and sew it quality. And I'm telling you, quality, top notch. Work with these people now that they're not all that big. Now that they're not all that big, they might not be charging so much because they understand that they're in a process. And when everyone aim to be great, because the more you grow, the greater you become, the more you have to spend, the more you can buy bigger things. But before then, work within your means. I don't have a lot of clothes. I say it a lot because I'm a tech person. I'm very comfortable wearing my t-shirts, wearing my joggers for now. You get, but if I was to make a switch, and like start getting more things, I'll look for the people around me. There's people around me doing great stuff at a very good price. I'm telling you, a Yomi Casual, what it will charge you to sew a native is crazy. What other people will charge you is crazy. But you can find the person that is coming up. And I'm not saying just find a regular person or a whack tailor that will spoil your cloth. Good people that are coming. Bro, you know ENA courts. You know those kind of people that are coming, people that are moving. And you see the stuff, and it's so good, but it's not all that expensive. Also, for I'll say this last thing. Expand your threshold for money. So expand your threshold for money spending. But before you can do that, expand your threshold for acceptance of money. So there's people who can't accept, they're not, their heart is not trained to receive big money. Let's put it like that. So a 2,000 is okay for them, a 5,000 is okay for them. But if you look at your present economy, it doesn't make any sense. So let your heart and your acceptance rate for greatness and for money or for good stuff, let it expand, and you will see that your life will surely change. Like things that you thought were expensive before, you realize that they're not expensive. Your mindset just made you feel they were. So it's just expand your threshold for money, expand it, and just grow it. So
well, thank you so very much.
As a creator, create quality. That I'm talking about streetwear people now. Create quality. Learn what it means to create. Learn what it means to create something that will last, something that someone will buy and they'll be proud of, and they will rep you right. That's for the creator. Create quality stuff, as I said. For the consumer, live within your means, then grow your means. You understand? Start by living within your means, then grow your means. Grow it. Yeah, so wherever you are right now is not the end. It's not the full stop of money. What? Don't think of the full stop of money. Grow these means. Earn better. Grow better. Increase the quality of stuff you do so that you can be able to meet more people that will pay you better money. Also, if you're a creator and you feel you are doing great stuff, increase your price.
Your money,
Your price. You are doing great stuff. There's people out there that want to pay for it, but since you're so busy with many small jobs, you might not have the chance to do the big ones. So,
you're very right with that. You're very right.
Live within your means, then increase your means.
Live within your means, then increase your means. Wow. And we have that at the back of my heart, and keep that to myself. I think we've had a nice time. We've had a great moment, and I'm very pleased to have you, on this live session. It's really an amazing one. And I know by the time more people get to watch this, while I put it, on my feed, it will really reach more people and still make sense to them. So thank you so much. So I've exhausted my question, but is there anything you would like to say on a final note, that I didn't capture while asking you all of these questions?
Not really, but what I'll just say is, as creators that we are, you must understand that we're in a beginning point. We're in a beginning point. That is both fashion-wise, different ways. So be patient enough to learn your craft. Don't just be hesitant about putting it out. Yeah, putting out stuff is good, but don't just be hesitant about putting it out. Put out great stuff. Learn it. Like if it's t-shirts you're doing, understand what kind of print will work. Is it DTG? Is it screen print? Is it flex? What will work? Aim to be world class. Nike, Adidas, Puma, Louis Vuitton, Off-White, Dior, all these guys, they started at some point. And now some of these companies are hundreds of years old. What them standard? And as Nigerians, I found out that the Nigerian community as a whole, we don't have standards in terms of regulations of what we do. But let's start creating these things. And for your own brand, have a standard. Have a standard that you say, oh, in my brand, no cloth will come out if it doesn't pass this level. No shoe will come out if it doesn't pass this certain test. No scarf, no bandana, no native will get to a customer if it doesn't pass ABC. Standardize that quality. when you tell your customer this is what it is, they won't argue because they know that you. That's about that. That's about that. Create quality stuff. Let's create an enterprise. Let's create things that will last 100 years, that our children will come and be like, yeah, this is a Nigerian brand. You get? There's some Dior clothes that are 52 million naira, 52 million naira, and it's not even limited edition. 52 million naira. They don't, who will give them the balls to do that if they're not OGs? They know what they are doing and they won't back down their price for anything. Let me tell you one side fact. At the end of the year, Louis Vuitton, they burn all their unsold items. They don't give it out. Wow. So they know what to do. So also, Tracy, to knowing what you're doing, please don't incite people. Don't piss people off because of you're trying to be expressive or you're trying to be yourself. Honestly, forget whatever it is, whether you're female or male. You can legit be yourself without pissing other people off. And I'm not saying, oh, scrape and bow. Gods don't bow. I'm saying understand who you are, understand and understand how it affects these people. Don't put them off with what you do. Don't make the person make them get angry. So as I said before, I'm a Christian and there's stuff I believe. This says don't make your fellow man sin. So if you know your dressing is going to piss someone off, going to put them in a funny state, don't do that. Just try. Just try. And there's no one way to do anything. There's different ways to do it. Just find what works for you. Find what you're willing to stick with. Find what you're willing to stick with for a long time till it works. So it is like a building, foundation and foundation and foundation, and then the deeper your foundation is, the higher your building can go. So it might take you time. It might take you to build your personality, to build who you are. This is years in the making, my G. This is 7-8 years in the making. So just being able to express myself. My hair is 3 years old now. So you get, I've not cut it for 3 years. So you understand. It takes time. It takes time to grow anything, whether your hair, whether your brand, whether how you look. So put in the work. There's no that you put in the work. Put in the work. And it's not like saying once you start putting in the work, you want to put in the work. You might get tired, you might get angry, you might get depressed, you might get whatever it is, but stay. Because one thing, the rewards always outweigh the sacrifices, my guy. The rewards will always outweigh the sacrifices. So,
wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Naga, I'm greatly blessed having you on this conversation. I'm really privileged. So thank you so much. The plan is to spend 30 minutes, and we are already 38 minutes. Yes, and it is really a great time, and I'm sure this will really shift many people in their way of in their ways of thinking and their ways of doing things. Thank you for doing this with me. Thank you for coming on board. I really hope to do more things with you in the future. And thank you for the things you do.
This is just the beginning. In that time, what NBAG is going to be, what 258 is going to be, is crazy. And I tell you, it's going to be crazy. And it's facts, man. I'm telling you. Yeah. Here first. What NBAG is going to be in the next 1 year, my G. Wow. So, rounding up, as I said, we only finish once. So before we finish that one finishing, we must start as much things as possible. Do as much as possible. Involve yourself in many things as possible. Create. Do, man. Yeah.
We only finish once, and we have to do many things as possible before we get to finish that once. Yes. Wow. Wow. Thank you so much. Many things you've said to me in the past, and I see the reality in them. Thank you so much for being true.
Thank you.
Till we meet another time. Right. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bye for now. Bye.
Yeah,
you
then
have
we
you,
met
you have a
on
lot of people
like
saying different things about you. So thank you everyone for joining this conversation. I really appreciate for everyone that joined at the point and for everyone that stayed to the end. Thank you so much for being part of this. I'm sure you've been fired up with all what Naga said. Thank you so much. Bye for now. Peace out.
grateful.
Yeah.